The global political landscape is complex. It is defined by shifting alliances and emerging challenges. Understanding this landscape requires looking beyond individual events. We must understand the interconnectedness of global affairs. This is especially true when considering the impact of global events on South Asia. This region faces its own set of unique and pressing issues. The world is grappling with the consequences of globalization. Economic interdependence is a reality, yet it often breeds competition and friction. Nowhere is this more evident than in the relationship between the United States and China. Their rivalry is the defining geopolitical feature of our time. It has significant implications for South Asia and the world. The war in Ukraine has further destabilized the global order. It has highlighted the fragility of peace. The conflict has also exposed the vulnerabilities of a globalized economy. Supply chains have been disrupted and energy prices have soared. This has had a ripple effect around the world, particularly in developing countries. In this turbulent environment, it is more important than ever to seek understanding. We must analyze the forces shaping our world. Only then can we hope to navigate the challenges ahead and build a more stable and prosperous future.
The US-China relationship is the defining geopolitical rivalry of the 21st century. At its core is a clash of values and visions for the future of the global order. The US seeks to maintain its position as the world's leading power. China, on the other hand, is rapidly expanding its economic and military might. It aims to reshape the global order in its own image. One of the key battlegrounds in this rivalry is technology. The US and China are locked in a fierce competition for dominance in cutting-edge fields. These include artificial intelligence, 5G telecommunications, and quantum computing. This tech war has implications for everything from economic competitiveness to national security. The US has imposed tariffs on Chinese goods. It has also sought to restrict Chinese companies' access to American technology. China has retaliated with tariffs of its own. It is also investing heavily in indigenous innovation. This tit-for-tat escalation has disrupted global trade and raised concerns about a new Cold War. The US-China rivalry is not just a bilateral issue. It is a global phenomenon with far-reaching consequences. Countries around the world are being forced to choose sides. This is creating new alliances and fault lines. The rivalry will continue to shape the global landscape for years to come.
The Russian invasion of Ukraine in February 2022 sent shockwaves through the international system. It was a brutal reminder that war is still a very real threat in the 21st century. The conflict has had a profound impact on Europe, shattering decades of relative peace and stability. The war has also had significant global repercussions. It has exacerbated existing tensions between Russia and the West. This has led to a new era of great power competition. The conflict has also had a devastating impact on the global economy, disrupting supply chains and fueling inflation. One of the most concerning aspects of the conflict is its impact on global food security. Ukraine is a major exporter of wheat and other grains. The war has disrupted these exports, leading to price spikes and shortages. This is particularly worrisome for developing countries that rely on Ukrainian grain imports. The war in Ukraine is a tragedy for all involved. It is a stark reminder of the human cost of conflict. The conflict also highlights the interconnectedness of our world. It shows how events in one part of the globe can have ripple effects far beyond.
South Asia is a region of immense diversity and dynamism. It is also a region facing a multitude of challenges. From political instability to economic stagnation, the countries of South Asia are grappling with complex and interconnected issues. India, the region's largest democracy, is undergoing a period of significant political and social change. The rise of Hindu nationalism under Prime Minister Narendra Modi has raised concerns about the country's secular traditions. India also faces challenges such as poverty, inequality, and environmental degradation. Pakistan continues to struggle with political instability and economic crises. The country has experienced numerous military coups throughout its history. It continues to grapple with terrorism and militancy. Pakistan's economy is heavily reliant on foreign aid and loans, and it faces significant challenges such as poverty, illiteracy, and a lack of infrastructure. Afghanistan remains mired in a humanitarian crisis following the Taliban's takeover in 2021. The country is facing a severe economic collapse, with millions facing starvation. The international community is struggling to find a way to engage with the Taliban and provide humanitarian assistance to the Afghan people. Bangladesh and Sri Lanka, despite achieving significant economic growth in recent decades, are now facing their own economic crises. Bangladesh has been hit hard by rising inflation and fuel prices. Sri Lanka is in the midst of a full-blown economic meltdown. Both countries are looking to international lenders for assistance.
As we navigate these turbulent times, the path to a more certain future requires cooperation, resilience, and innovation. The challenges we face are complex, but not insurmountable. By working together, we can build a more stable, prosperous, and sustainable world for generations to come.